Oh, hello, beautiful butterflies. This is going to be a short video. I hope that y'all are doing well. Y'all know I'm still in quarantine. Been there, discussed that. Please make sure you click on the link in the description. Click the little down arrow under the video. Click on that top link. It's the very first link. It'll link you to a questionnaire that will get some feedback from you with regard to the satisfaction with your sister locks. We are starting a movement to get some acknowledgement. Too many people are losing their hair. It's too much variation from one loctician to another. There seems to be some lack of training or some training that needs to transpire to raise the level of awareness. So y'all know that that's what I'm about based on all of the feedback I've been getting from the channel. So we're not indicting anyone. We're not punishing anyone. We are first trying to collect data to see what are the types of concerns that you have with regard to having your hair locked too tight, hair loss, thinning, locks falling out, things like that that should be dealt with at a higher level, and people needing to be educated across the board on some of these concerns. These are not just concerns for me. I have a head full of hair right now. They're concerned, not just concerns for you, they're concerns for the collective, for the group. We need redress, we need acknowledgement. This video today is about washing your hair if you have long locks. So this video is not for everyone. Let me take this towel off. I just finished washing my hair, and there are particular concerns that you have when your locks are long, okay? First of all, anybody probably doesn't want to use a light towel. But y'all know I'm real. I'm not going to get on here with a dark towel if that's not what I do all the time. When I can get my hands on one, I will. But to be honest with you, it took everything out of me to get in there and wash my hair today. And I've been needing to wash it for 2 to 3 weeks now. I had a retightening about 2 days before I went into quarantine. So I guess it's been close to a week now. Can't remember. But I needed a hair wash. Okay, I also needed it because my hair was feeling a little heavy. It's getting very long. I'm going to talk about that. First and foremost, try to use a dark towel if you can't get a microfiber towel or a t-shirt. Okay, do what I say, not as I do. All right, that's very important. Typically, not all the time, I will braid and band my hair. Even still, I will say I do it, not all the time, but because today I needed to make sure I got a thorough wash. Naturally, you can't get as thorough a wash as you can with braided and banded hair. Common sense, right? As you can with loose locks. So if you can braid and band your hair, do that. I'll do a video on braiding and banding later. First and foremost, the goal of washing your hair is to get it clean, right? To not dry it out, to not overwash, and to not underwash. You can overwash your hair and strip it of its natural oils, meaning you can overwash your hair and wash it every week, and it's going to weaken not only your root bed, you create an unnecessary trauma on your hair. The chemicals in our water today are not like washing your hair in Niagara Falls. I'm just going to tell you. It's not even like washing it with the healing water that I get from Flovilla that's alkaline. The water that we wash our hair in today, we can't even drink it, most of us. So naturally, it's not going to be good for your hair. So the excessive washing is going to do your hair some detriment, or it's going to be to your detriment. So I say wash less than what you're doing now. I'm not going to give you a specific regimen. It's not, I don't want to give personal advice for hair. When I talk to you all, with all due respect, I'm talking to you about my particular experiences. So a lot of you all will contact me and ask me about your particular hair care story. That's not what I'm here for, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'll give you a prime example. I'm doing a video on the oil. This is my Miracle Grow Melanin Magic Oil. This is Miracle Grow because of the fact that it has grown my hair extremely long. It's above my tailbone. I've been using it for about 8 years and maybe 9 or 10 months. It's Miracle Grow because over the long run, it's going to make your hair healthy, softens frizz, expands and thickens the root bed. It helps your follicles. It does so many things. However, I cannot tell you to use oil on your hair if you're on the fence about using oil on your hair. By the way, if you want to get this, you can get it by contacting me via text only. Please do not call. Shoot me a text. That's going to be the best way for me to respond to you. 678-438-6442. I can't tell you to use oil on your hair if you're on the fence with that. That's a personal choice you have to make based on your hair. You have to determine if you're going to allow Sisterlocks to tell you what to do with your hair, or if you're going to remember what you did with your hair before you had Sisterlocks. Y'all know what I mean, right? But I bring up the oil because the longer your locks are, if you use oil naturally, if you're spraying down the length of the lock, that is not what I do with this oil. I don't use my oil to spray down the length of the lock. I may occasionally spray a quarter size oil here, and I may do like this. I use this for my root bed. Okay, there was a time though where I was spraying down my lock with the heavier oil. If you all remember, the other oil was of quite a different formula than this one. And it resulted in my close to 2 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, feeling like I wanted to cut my locks because they felt heavy. And it dawned on me that if you pick up this bottle has weight. It feels heavy. Without this oil, it's very light. Your shampoo is the same way. Your shampoo is much heavier than a lot of the items you might put in your cart at the grocery store. That weight is going to be in your locks if you don't really wash your hair out very, very good. If you don't do a thorough wash. Some of you may periodically do an acid vinegar rinse to get all of the debris out. Debris people typically define as cotton and stuff like that. This is not going to leave debris, but it's going to leave a footprint, meaning anything you put in your hair is going to add extra weight to it, whether it is lint or anything else, which means that while your hair is absorbing it, that's just what it's doing. It's absorbing it. So in between applications, or if you wash your hair, say every 3 or 4 weeks, you need to do a thorough washing, and you need to make sure that you wash out any oil, whether it's my oil, whether it's coconut oil that you're using. I would not, if I were you, be using heavy oils on my hair. Heavy oils, I don't care what they say. Grapeseed is heavy as compared to jojoba oil. Avocado oil is very heavy. Coconut oil is heavier. Try to avoid the heavier oils because eventually over time they do weigh your hair down a bit more. However, you can always counteract that by doing thorough washes. When you finish washing your hair, your locks should feel extremely light. They should feel like cotton. If you've seen sisters who don't use oil in their hair at all, you're going to notice that their hair is much lighter than our hair. However, they may be suffering from breakage and some of the other ills of not using oil in their hair. I feel like I needed oil in my hair, so I gave myself permission to do that, and as a result, I have long, healthy locks. Now, whatever I might be dealing with in weight, some of it is actually counteracted because of the health of this. This is not a normal product. It doesn't have a normal price tag, and it's not a normal product. It doesn't have cheap sunflower oil in it. It doesn't have vegetable oil in it. It does, well, not vegetable oil in the true sense, but vegetable is anything that's not meat. It doesn't have palm oil. It doesn't have mineral oil. It doesn't have any of that crap in it. This has high-end oils in it, okay? And it's very, very nutritive and conditioning for your scalp. See comment sections for a lot of the comments I'm getting from the sisters regarding this oil and even the regrowth of hair. So I say that to say that when it comes to washing your locks, your goal should be not to overwash them, not to wash them too frequently, not to underwash them, meaning if you don't wash them frequently enough, and you guys know I run that risk because I wash my hair maybe once every couple of months, but my hair is long, right? So I must be doing something right. It's working for me. And when I do wash it, Like today, I did a thorough wash. I washed 3 or 4 times. I rinsed, I washed. I got everything out. I make sure I wash in here really good. I'm not scrubbing my hair. I'm simply massaging it to make sure that I get adequate coverage. But one thing I will tell you is um, when washing, it is so critical to make sure, this is if you have long or short locks, but especially if you have long locks, to hold it up here when you're washing this part. You can't afford to be pulling this area. Our hair is more susceptible to breakage when it's wet. Some types of hair. When I put all my hair up here like this, it's extremely heavy. I can't just be in the shower doing like this and just letting the hair fall all over the place and being crazy. I need to care for my hair. I need to massage it very well. I need to make sure that I'm working through it like this to get the oil out. I can't do that if it's braided and banded. Braiding and banding for long locks for me has a particular place. It's not something I do all the time. Sometimes I need a more thorough wash. If I need a more orderly wash and I need to get out of the shower and I need to be able to have my hair dry relatively quickly and have a crinkle to it and kind of feel more matted to my head and not more bouffant, then I will braid and band. But do make sure that you dry it fully. Don't, when we say let our hair air dry, it's okay to let it air dry, but dry it out as much as you can first. Why? Because the more you let all that water sit in your hair, the more it's weighing your hair down. You want to avoid anything that's causing your hair to feel particularly weighted. Now, when I'm done with this video, one of the first things I'm going to do is plug in my hair dryer. It's winter time. I don't want any molding, which probably wouldn't happen because this has antifungal properties in it, but it's going to be better to make sure that my hair is more dry so that I don't have any souring or any areas that don't dry very well. So I'm going to use a dryer. That's also going to lighten my load. It's going to immediately make my hair lighter. So when washing, braid and band depending upon your particular circumstance. Hold your hair as you wash this area here. Massage very, very gently when washing your hair. Make sure you thoroughly wash it if you are using oils in your hair. Oils weigh the hair down. I do not use any conditioner in my hair at all. Why? Because the shampoo I use is a conditioning shampoo. I use the Dr. Bronner shampoo. Now, here's the thing with that. Dr. Bronner shampoo already has some essential oils in it. If you decide that you want less weight on your hair, you may want to dispense with the Dr. Bronner shampoo and use a clarifying shampoo or something that does not have that kind of oil in it, because that oil conditions your hair and makes it soft as well. And then maybe you go in and you use something like this. It's a personal choice. If you're using Dr. Bronner shampoo and it has some of the oils in it already, you may find you can use this once every 2 weeks or once a week. I do not recommend using this every day. Why? Because there's no need to. There's no need to. You may find you want to just use it in certain problem areas, but if you're using it for growth and overall health, spray it in your scalp, massage it in gently, and gently move down the strands. I'm going to do a video on how to use this because this is also a great oil to use prior to retightenings because it's very softening. It eliminates a lot of the frizz, and it's going to help you unmarry the locks because of the detangling blend that's a part of this blend here. Again, if you are interested, text me 678-438-6442 or look in the description to get the information. Commenting on the channel is not going to help. You do better to watch the video or always check the subscription. Again, please click on the top link in the subscription to sign up for the Sisterlocks for Change movement. All right, it's very important. We need to be able to survey some of the concerns you have. We need to be able to get some sort of redress for the hair loss, for the fact that maybe there's not enough training to stress slowing down when locks are being put in. Sometimes that tool itself is breaking certain people's locks if they have thin hair. There's so many things we need to really get busy about. This is not a style, y'all. It's a lifestyle. And we deserve to get some acknowledgement. We're spending thousands Some of us tens of thousands over the long course to look up one day and haven't lost your hair and nobody has anything to say about it. It's just not okay. Okay, so this is serious. The link will be in the description underneath the video. Click that little down arrow at the very top. You'll see a colored link. Click on that. It'll take you to a form. Complete that form so that you can get the information. Push come to shove, you're not sure, text my phone number. I'll send you the same link. But I can't field all those text messages, y'all, because this is not my business. My healing business requires a lot, but justice is important as well. So this is something that I'm dedicated to, trying to find some answers for. The other thing with regard to washing your hair, like I said, I never use any conditioner at all. Only time I use conditioner is if I have put color in my hair and the coloring package has a particular condition, like I think it was long time ago, I used Vidal Sassoon. And then I think I might have used some type of, not Dark and Lovely, but Bold Beautiful something. It was a black dye, black brand. I don't know if it was owned by African Americans, but it's marketed as if it is, which it may not be. And so those come with conditioners in them. So the other thing I want to repeat, just to make sure you have, is I will blow dry my hair after this. My hair is longer. It gets very heavy in the tub, especially at the back. My hair is much longer in the back than it is at the front for a lot of reasons. So you all will notice I have added locks as time has gone on. I'm not suffering a problem in my crown or around my edges or anywhere in my hair right now. I'm going on next summer or close to 10 years. I'm very particular about my hair. I'm probably going to ease up on the dyeing. If I need to cut it at some point to give it more integrity, I will. But right now, my oil seems to be doing what it needs to do. I encourage all of you to study your hair on a regular basis. Do not leave your hair care to your consultant or any type of advice that you get from somewhere else. You have to study your hair. You have to be in charge of your hair care story so that when your hair starts to change, you're monitoring it and you can catch things in time before they happen. So as we move forward, I will be doing more videos on the challenges of having these locks. As you all already know, I spent the first 2 years talking about all the blessings because they are a blessing, but there are some very real challenges. And thankfully, through talking to many of you on the channel, shout out to Crystal. I think her last name may be Shaw. I'm not sure. She's coming on the channel. She is a nurse as well as a hair loss specialist, and she's a few courses away from being a certified cosmetologist, and she is a loctician. And so she has a whole lot to say about the brand. Shout out to Grid Academy. She is working on and has her own school, which many of you may be interested in enrolling in. We'll talk more about that. Time for a little bit of competition in the marketplace. That's what I say, because when we have a monopoly, we don't appreciate our customers. When we get a little competition in the marketplace or we catch a little bit of heat, then we remember who those people are that allow us to pay our bills, and we treat them with the respect that they deserve. Can I get a hey, hey for that comment? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with that and you're still watching this video. But yeah, you can see I'm, continuing to dry my hair. Not just going to let it drip dry because it brings all of the weight down to the ends, which means I'm affecting the integrity of what's happening up here. So hopefully you benefited from this video. My lovely, beautiful sister lockers, if you guys have not purchased this book, Manifesting Your Masterpiece, please go on to Amazon and make sure you do that. Hopefully my next book will be out in a couple of months. If you enjoy talking about other content, whether it's spiritual, not religious, related to relationships, getting to know the self, the journey of life, please see me on my Butterfly Transformations channel. Butterfly Transformations right here on YouTube. And you will get, hopefully, that type of content. I love all of you. I want to thank all of you for all of your support, your well wishes, just the love y'all show me. Shout out to Cheryl. I need to get my phone, but I keep cutting it off so that I don't become addicted to it and I can do my meditation and relax my soul and my mind. But shout out to Shay Hinton, one of the first people that ever commented on this channel. Portia McKinney, glad to have you back. Tigress, oh wow, so many of you all. Just thank you all, and I hope everybody is doing well and moving through this time. Now these here, I gotta tell you, this feels kind of weighty, so I definitely need to blow dry this. Washing your hair, y'all ask me how often should you wash your hair. That's kind of a personal choice. Y'all know I wash mine sparingly. Just to be honest with y'all, I wash it maybe once every couple of months. Sometimes I go a little bit longer than that. My hair does okay with that. After you wash it, always, this is going to be something I'm getting really serious about as I see more sisters losing hair. Always go through after a wash once it's dry and unmarry your locks. Do not play with that. Go through after it's dry and unmarry your locks. Serious. Don't wait till you get to the retightening and expect somebody else to do it and expect not to lose hair. You be in charge of that. Make sure it's a part of your routine. If you have to get your kids to help you, let them help you. I've learned that going through what like I used to do and just doing this, it's not enough, y'all, before retightening. It's not enough. You're trying to minimize breakage as much as possible. You got to go through and you got to feel through the locks one by one. It doesn't take long, but you do need to go through and just feel for each lock. You're definitely going to stumble upon one that you didn't believe was tangled. Just take your time and do it. Separate off a section. Go through 1, 2, just make sure everything is clear. It makes for a better retightening. Always do this after you wash. It will help keep your locks detangled in between retightenings. Also consider washing your hair before a retightening rather than letting your consultant wash it. Why? It puts you again in the driver's seat with regard to tangling, and it helps you to ensure that your hair is ready to go by the time she starts in with that tool. Love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Be blessed. Be peaceful. Be productive. Be prosperous. Be you.